tire. I've got Buellzilla.
Doing video. Okay, so he wants to just slide it off the bike. I'm gonna put the ramp under there.
Yeah, let's get that ramp under there. Check out the
Ramp's
ramp.
under your butt. All right, I'm gonna put a ramp on this one.
Yep.
Probably won't fit very well, but that'll be a start.
I put some boards under the ramp, lift it up. That'll work. Let me get up front.
No, we're gonna roll it forward and put it on.
Okay. Yep.
I'll undo my straps though first.
Yep.
So just hold on the bike.
Got it.
It's like it's going where don't
Yeah, I got it.
work so hard, you know. Okay.
Oh, that was easy.
Yep, it's on wheels.
All right, a little bit further forward. Okay, there it is. Now ramp
Kickstand
back.
up.
Yep, I got my foot on the ramp.
Kickstand up.
Kickstand up.
Pull back. The wheel.
Okay, hang on, I didn't get it. Go forward. Just missed it. Can you go a hair forward? There it is. Okay. Coming up.
Yep. There you
Coming
go.
down.
It's gonna drag anyway.
Lift up on it.
No, just pull it back. Pull. And do it again. Okay, look out. Move these boards. Move these boards. We've got a working brake, Fred.
I know.
Until I get to the bottom of the hill.
It's going to drop. The ramp's going to
I
drop.
mean, it's going to drop.
There you go.
Like that. Like it's supposed to drop. Oh, it's doing a wheelie. Push the other board. Too late to come off the board. Actually, move your foot. Move your foot. Alright, pull the board.
Oh, this is so cool.
Fred's bike. My board.
Now we put it back.
Yeah, go throw these on the table over there, get them out of our way. Good job, Fred.
Thanks for handing them to me.
I did hold them to you. You dropped them.
We're back. Buellzilla.
All right. We've got a piece of junk in the way over here. Okay, spin it around, Fred. Get her over here. Roll it here and then back around so you get straight area.
What's that?
Put it like this. You have to walk it back and forth a couple times.
This feels good now.
Okay, back it up down the aisle there. What do you come back my way for?
I'm not coming back here.
Just back it about 10 or 15 feet and get it squared up. You're going to hit cases. Thread the aisles this way. Gotta get centered. Center it out. Alright, see the front brake works. Come forward and hit the brake. Hit it. Did it work?
Yep.
No mushy?
No, it's actually pretty solid now. Now this is, so now I'm sitting much higher than I was before.
You are? Why?
And you know, I'm not eating my kneecaps when I put my feet up.
You're not eating your balls no more.
Yeah.
You sure about that?
Well, I think I'm still going to try and find a setup here that will lower these down maybe 2 inches.
No, you can drag them in the ground if you do.
I'm not going to be like power driving corners. This is like...
Fred, when you get in a corner and dirt, the bike goes sideways, they're going to dig in, I'm telling you.
We are sitting a lot higher now, though.
An inch, yeah.
Okay. It feels like a lot more than, well, between the seat.
Well, the seat moved you up 2 inches, and the
And then
tires went up an inch.
Then because of my fat ass.
And your balls grew an inch at least, so.
We didn't lose the initial 2 inches when me sitting on it.
How's the rear suspension now?
It's,
Oh yeah, you're not going to bottom that out no more. Yeah, we bumped that up a lot. The front's still a little mushy, but we can work on that next.
man, this is sweet.
Run in the front of that forklift there. Just run into it, what happens. Yeah, it goes down pretty far. See, the front, you only got about 3 inches of travel on that front end.
Yeah, I don't.
Pull all the way up on it. Yeah, so you only got like 5 total when it's fully topped out. So we put some bigger springs in there, we'll top it up, we'll gain an inch in the front. That'll help a lot. Put some stiffer springs in there, and put some thicker fork oil in it.
Fork oil.
Yeah, but you need to put stiffer springs too, just like we did in the back.
Yep.
Yeah, the rear tire you don't see it so big, but the front one you do. Yeah, so it's.
Fuelzilla.
Yeah, it's definitely a big difference in what it was.
Well, it feels beefier from when before I was sitting down here like this, and I'm like, whoa.
Well, that's because you got the tire. Yeah, I mean the seat's allowing you to move around now. The seat, because you're not being
seat.
fixed.
Yeah, I'm not.
Like I said, the wheels are definitely filling up.
Back.
The wheels are definitely filling up the front end. There's no doubt about that.
I think it's going to be a good little buzzing back and forth.
It'd be good for a beer run, yeah.
We didn't gain any weight. Well, I did.
The tires are heavier.
That's a personal problem.
Those tires are heavier. What do you mean? You gained some weight.
If I lose,
Of course, I cut off the bracket.
my COVID-19 around my waist, then
I cut the bracket off. That was at least an ounce or two.
that was
The foot pegs are still bent down a little bit, which is terrible for riding.
yeah. Is there a way to get them? Just maybe replace these with something that's not as sloppy.
More substantial. We have to weld them. You got to weld them with a hit.
Roll them with a hit.
Yeah, they're hitting right down here. So you put a bead of weld right there. And I'll move them up. Boom. Put a bolt in here instead of a stupid pin. Now we can torque them down so they won't ravel.
Yeah.
You know, they'll squeeze down. Weld up the stop there so they'll stay at an angle like that. You want to have about a 10-degree angle upward on them.
Yeah.
And the pegs are fine. You need to just fix them.
Fix them. Pin them and fix them.
So grind off that pin because that was pressed in or something. I'm not sure
No, it's
what.
actually got a cutter in the back.
Cotter key or something.
Cutter key, or
So pull all that off. Like I said, you pull it off, weld the damn stop when it belongs, put a bolt on it, tighten it down,
We're good.
and it'll be fine. And the back one, did you get a second one for the back yet or not?
Nope.
So, how come you didn't buy a back one?
I haven't bought a back one.
How come you did not buy a back one?
Why do I need a back one?
You notice how nice those work in the back?
Yeah, because they're different.
Because they're not all screwed up like the front ones. No, they're all the same pegs. They're the same.
Really?
Yeah, just these aren't broken. Why would they make two different pegs?
I don't know, Tatro.
That makes absolutely no
Well,
sense.
look, no, this bracket comes from the outside. That one goes on the inside.
Oh, okay.
But they could be the same pegs, just different mounting.
Yeah, well, either way, I would take the, just tighten those up so they got drag on them, they'll stay where you want them anyway, so.
Yeah, it's just a pin.
You paint those fender brackets black, you won't even know it's been modified.
Should have done that before.
Yeah, shoulda, coulda, woulda.
Shoulda, coulda, woulda.
That's going to make noise when you ride it because it drags on those tread a little bit, but it'll be alright.
I'm not going to be able to hear it from...
You gotta hear it over that muffler. That muffler's quiet.
Once I put the damn muffler I'm going to put on here, my little back here.
Oh, you stupid ass. Dirt bike looking crap.
Well, you know, it's... What's the point of doing all this and then not having... If it's still dragging below you, might as well just...
It ain't going to drag below you, Fred.
Huh?
It's in the center of the bike. Why is it going to drag?
No, that's not what I'm saying. I'm saying if I don't, I can modify this one so I get more power.
The worst thing you're going to do is you're going to bottom out against rocks. It's flat bottom. It slides. It's a skid plate. Who cares?
No, I'm not changing them. Oh.
You don't have to worry about damaging the damn thing. Who cares if you flatten it out?
Yeah.
You can flatten that thing an inch out. It wouldn't make any difference in how it flows. You can flatten it an inch and a half. It wouldn't make any damn difference. And you're not going to dig the nose into anything because the tire's right there.
Yeah.
You know, it's going to hit down there where your feet are at. It's where you're going to hit with a rock. And then you get some more ground clearance with the front fork going up a little bit, and it'll be fine. I wouldn't worry about it. Because right now, when you sit on a bike, it goes down an inch at
Yeah,
least.
so we're going to get an inch back there too.
You stand up and sit down on the bike again. Sit down. So you're only dropping about 3/8 of an inch at most on the back now.
Yeah.
It's stiff.
And so I'm losing a full inch here.
Yeah, so your street comfort is going to be going away.
It's not what it's for.
So all you do is put some Sportster springs in there and chop them to fit just like it did on mine.
Yeah.
My bike don't move hardly at all when you sit on it. It's like it's supposed to. We don't want them to move. I bet you go through the pile back here, you probably see the part I chopped off, so you know exactly how much you cut off. Where's my springs at? Here's my springs over here. They're just set right here. I think these are the magic ones to use. Oh, here's some nice rusty ones. Perfect. Threadlock vintage stuff. Probably the same as that one. Yeah, it looks about the same to me. I don't know. Who knows? Doesn't matter. Batman mirrors are ugly. Here's your springy dinghies right here.
Okay. You already have them.
I don't know what tension these are, but we'll just cut them until they fit, put them together, and see how it works. If they're too stiff, then we'll go find something different.
Perfect. We're not going to do that now, though.
I forget how much I cut off, but I cut off a little bit. I think I cut off a lot. I cut off a bunch, and I put a big tube in there so it wouldn't compress. It makes it even stiffer. If you just pack this whole thing in there on top of the existing dampener, that's probably about this high. You'll probably be all right just by doing that. Next to me, I put like a piece of 6-inch pipe in there so the spring would not. I eliminate the spring. If you eliminate spring, you eliminate flux. It automatically gets stiffer.
Yeah.
So for your application, we can try it like this, and then if we don't like it, we can modify.
Stick them in as a whole, and then
If they'll fit, I don't know if they'll fit.
just cut them as we.
Yeah, I don't know if the length's going to fit or not until you take it apart. I have no idea.
All right, we'll do that.
I did it years ago. I don't remember what the hell I did back then. That's probably 7 years ago I did that at least, maybe 8.
I can't even remember what I know we worked on it and got it ready to go. Carried it all the way up there, and that guy, as soon as you got there, that's illegal. That's illegal. You can't do that.
That's right.
So just ignored him and walked off.
I would never do that. Some fellow racer.
He didn't challenge. He's like, yeah, whatever. He went over and walked up to one of the refs, and he's like,
I went over to the inspector and started filling out my paperwork to
Yeah,
racing.
it's like
Give a shit what that guy says.
What's talking about?
He just didn't want me to take his record away, which I still haven't taken yet. But all right. Well, next thing to do is get the fork situated.
Yep, gained another inch there, but
It'll go up an inch in the front if you put the spring in it.
I mean, the seat here now is,
Mhm.
I'm not.
And you need to fix the foot pegs. So
Fix the foot pegs.
I think we got them everything bent out far enough because we bent them out quite a bit. So.
Bent out, fix the pegs.
And I'd see about getting a rear passenger peg so at least you have one.
I got the old one, but I'll see if I can fix the old one. If not, we'll just see if we can get one.
Yeah, that way you.
Took yours off, right?
Yeah. Somewhere. All the stuff's underneath the by the side door over there where I went and got the paint. So there's probably 2 foot pegs sitting in the box.
All right.
And I know there's another bracket. I know there's another right side bracket there because I still got the master cylinder on it in the box, in my box of crap I bought.
Where do you want to leave it? Right here, or put it somewhere?
I was going to throw it outside in the street.
Gotta take it to Albuquerque soon.
You need to get it out of here, yeah. Why don't you bring a Jeep over and see if it'll fit on the Jeep?
That'll be the next thing. So I bought a nice motorcycle rack to put on the front or back of the Jeep because I have both.
Is it like that rack on the floor doesn't fit?
No, not that piece of Jeep. We're gonna figure that one out. That's annoying.
Yeah, whatever. I wouldn't worry about it too much.
So I'll bring the Jeep up and see what it does with that. I know it'll fit on the truck, front or back.
It's just a matter of the tires are going to fit into where you're going to put them because those are big tires now.
Yeah.
They're a lot bigger than they were before.
Yes. Everyone thought it was a chick bag. Still is. For the most part. Got a lot done in a short time.
Get some decent mirrors on there.
Get some decent mirrors. Taking to Albuquerque.
Are the mirrors far enough out you can see, or they see your
I
shoulder?
could just see off. I could it just coming out my outside of my arm here.
The tip of it, or the whole thing you can see?
Kind of. If I sit like this, I can see.
Who rides like that? That's stupid.
What? What do you mean? What do you mean? I gotta ride like this now.
Yeah, you would.
Well, you ride like this now, you can't see anything. You can't see a damn.
Right now, you're like a short stem mirror, but it does stick out a little bit wider than maybe. So
You can get some good mirrors. This was flippy.
yeah, I got some mirrors on the shelf. Just pick out a set. All right, there you go. Fred's got his new toy.